Right, so first of all, I think congratulations are in order. An awesome weekend at Monza. You've now got both your guys on the podium at Williams, and more importantly, now Massa, who's your boy. Pretty good.
I think they're both my boys. I don't really have any preference who finishes on the podium as long as one or two of them do. But yeah, it was a really good weekend, really happy.
And obviously you've had more of a relationship with Massa over the years. Can you think of the best 3 moments you've had with Massa throughout your careers together?
I reckon the best was coming within a point of the World Championship in 2008.
Was that also maybe one of the worst moments?
No, not really. People often think that and ask me that, but I don't think that's the case at all. I think that it was such a good weekend, and it was such a good, such a close fight right the way through the season. That it was just really good. I really enjoyed it, and I think there was a lot of emotion afterwards. When a lot of tears and all the rest of it, that we hadn't quite done it. But I think the overriding feeling was that I was just really proud.
And another moment? Another 2?
Well, another moment, I don't want to cite everything from 2008 that year, but another moment would be his pole position lap in Singapore, and the speed that he had before the safety car come out and took away what was a certain race win for him. That pole position lap was just really special. As an engineer, and I guess even as a driver, you're very privileged to witness something like that. And if you look back, it was the first time, it was the first year of Singapore, getting used to the tyres. The car wasn't that well suited around there, and we didn't think that, certainly we thought the McLaren would go a little bit better than us around there, and he just absolutely blew everybody away, 7/10. And it was just really special watching that lap, watching it unfold before your eyes on the telemetry, and then speaking to him afterwards.
What do you say to him after something like that? Just well done, or do you have a massive hug and a bit of a tear? Or not?
Bit of the latter, probably. A couple of tears.
Love it, so emotional. I like that, Batman. And your last best moment with Massa? Probably more moments to come. This is the great thing, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. I would cite another good one was later on, I think, was the Monaco Grand Prix, when he got his first pole position at Monaco. And when he joined Ferrari in 2006, he was always very adamant that he didn't go very well at Monaco. Oh, I'm rubbish at Monaco, I'm not very quick, and all the rest of it. And I just worked with him along with the other guys at Ferrari who worked on the car, and just said, well, you're quick at all these other circuits, and they're just circuits with straight lines and corners, and Monaco's just got more of them. Yeah. So why can you not be quick there? And it was just all about self-confidence and getting the car to work, as he wanted it to work. And we went to Monaco, and he actually got the pole position.
Monaco's so special for the drivers. As an engineer, is it as special? There's something so unique about it.
Yeah, it's really special. It's it is a really unique place, and it's so difficult to get the car right, and it's so difficult for the driver to get his lap right. And when you do, you have to have absolute perfect harmony between the driver and the car, and when you do get it all right, when it does all come together, it's really special.
Good feeling.
Yeah.
So now you're at Williams Martini Racing. Mm-hmm. Talk me through your best moments with the team so far this year.
Well, the best was probably being asked to join by...
Because lots of people have written you off, haven't they? They thought you weren't coming.
They did. But
Secret squirrel?
Yes, exactly. It was all going on in the background. No, I mean, I had a responsibility also to my colleagues at Ferrari as well. So, I mean, didn't really want to destabilise things there until the end of the season. And then we still kept it really between even when I made it clear to Ferrari that, I was leaving to go to Williams, we still kept it, between a close-knit group of people until, the very final announcement, which I think was February time or something like that, mid-February. But, being asked to join this, this incredibly, great team with all the history behind it, and being asked to be part of that rejuvenation, process was a really special moment. You know, something that I'm ultimately very proud of. And then there's just been lots of good moments. You know, just watching the team grow, I think. You know, and watching people take on responsibility and ownership for things. You know, all of the obvious ones like getting the podiums and getting third in the championship. And
that must be a really special moment, though, to be ahead of Ferrari where you've just come from. You must be a little bit smug about that, surely.
I'm never smug because I've done it for too long. Because the minute you get smug, then you're usually not very smug. You're not smug for very long. But I think that. The reality is what you see, the podiums and the results are the bit. It's the bit behind that makes that. You know, it's the team starting to operate. You know, homogeneously again, starting to operate as a really good racing team. You know, starting to develop the car at a really high rate. Starting to all work together and communicate together. You know, that's the fruits of that are the results that you see, the podium. So my main satisfaction, the best moments are watching your colleagues grow. You know, watching, you know, a structure that you've guided or put in place grow and actually start to give results.
So because you're now head of vehicle performance, are you tinkering with the car, or are you kind of sort of watching them tinker with the car?
Well, I'll never stop tinkering with the car. You can't, can you, as an engineer? It's just too...
It's a tricky one for me. I'm not sure. I'm probably okay.
It's too tempting. But no, I mean,
Do you really do that? You go in every day and have a little look and see what you can tweak?
Yeah. I love looking at it. They're things of absolute beauty, and there's always, if you stare at them long enough, you'd always find something wrong with them or something that you can improve.
And are you learning to love the look this year with all those noses? I mean, we've talked endlessly about the noses on the cars, but it's just kind of, you're used to it now. And
you're used to it, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's every single year in Formula One, there's always a bit of a furore about something, whether it be the fact that, you know, we've gone from a V10 to a V8 or a V8 to a V6 hybrid, or we've gone to narrower wings or wider wings.
There's always
people,
something.
People are always, you know, crying into the handkerchief about something, and then you get to Australia, you get through the first qualifying on Sunday evening, and everyone's forgotten about it, and they say, oh, this is Formula One.
It's because we've got to find something to talk about.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So going forward, we've got a few more races still to go, and some that are going to be particularly strong for Williams. Japan, for example, perhaps, that you are going to earmark as ones that you can perhaps get those Mercedes boys, maybe?
Yeah, well, that's what we want to do. You know, whether or not we can bag a race win before the end of the year is another matter, but our absolute number one priority is third in the championship. You know, we must try and maintain third in the championship, and you know, that's above all else, that's what we want to do. Now, if a win falls out of that probably makes that a little bit easier. You know, if a win falls out of one of the races towards the end of the season, that definitely makes that a little bit easier. So that,
and you got your double points too.
And you got double points in Abu Dhabi, and I think the car will be quite well suited to Abu Dhabi. I think the car will be quite well suited to Japan. You know, the car's very well balanced. The drivers, you know, have very few problems with it, and that first sector in Japan, and not just the first sector as well. You know, the subsequent bits are, you know, you need such a good balance to be able to throw the car through that section at such high speeds. Abu Dhabi is a good one, should be a good one for us. Brazil, you know, it's never a high downforce circuit, it's always a medium downforce circuit, so that should be a good one.
So there's lots to play for still? I mean,
yeah, there is. I mean, you have to pay maximum respect and homage to your competitors. You know, we're fighting with Ferrari. You know, they're not a minion, they're not a small team, and they have a huge resource behind them and a lot of talented people.
And do you know some of their secrets?
I know their secrets in the motorhome, yeah, what they cook. That's about as far as it goes.
Well, what an exciting year to have joined, and hopefully going from strength to strength with the signing of the boys for the next year as well.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
That's really good. I'm really happy about that. That's just, you know, they're part of this. They've played a major role, both of them, both Valtteri and Felipe have played a major role in getting us to where we are at the minute. You know, both working very well together. Both incredibly quick racing drivers, delivering lots of points, both of them with podiums now, all the rest of it. So, you know, they both absolutely deserve it. They absolutely deserve to be part of this story that we're writing at the minute, and long may it continue.
Ferrari, The cars that make Formula One sing.